And just a reminder, if you want to see the full rankings of all of the prospects we graded in this year's draft class, be sure to follow the link at the bottom of the screen. The Buffalo Bills let it be known that they wanted to make a splash in the 2018 NFL Draft, and you can definitely say that they accomplished that goal. Later in the draft, they beefed up the special teams with wide receivers Ray McLeod and Austin Proehl, two of the four standouts coming from the ACC. What I liked most about the Bills draft was how they addressed the defensive side of the ball. Tremaine Edmunds has all of the upside in the world. Being 19 years old, he's going to be a very good versatile defender at the second level. And I thought Harrison Phillips was a steal in round 3. He's the type of player that can consistently win one-on-one battles with strength and leverage, which should help the Bills be much better versus the run. And in the secondary, they landed 2 FCS stalwarts in Teron Johnson of Weber State and Saron Neal of Jacksonville State. Now, Johnson has outstanding matchup skills with the ability to play inside, and Neal is able to do so as well, in addition to playing safety, where he'll more likely end up for Buffalo. So, in my opinion, he's a very physical player that brings it each and every play. Both guys were also Senior Bowl standouts. And Wyatt Teller was another good find in the 5th round. The Virginia Tech guard was one of the more underrated linemen in his draft class and lands in a perfect spot where he can compete for a starting job right away. Now, what I questioned about the Bills draft was the Josh Allen selection. Obviously, by selecting him, he was the guy that they coveted the most. Buffalo bypassed both Lamar Jackson and Josh Rosen to take the streaky passer out of Wyoming. Now, this needs to work out in a big way for Buffalo, considering that they jettisoned Tyrod Taylor in the offseason and only brought in A.J. McCarron as a placeholder. The question then becomes, is Josh Allen even better than McCarron? That's what will be the focal point of training camp and in the preseason. Cam Phillips played an entire season with a sports hernia and still led the Hokies in receiving. He's a tough slot receiver in the mold of former New York Giant wideout Steve Smith. Robert Foster is an intriguing prospect because of the potential he has despite not having the on-field production at Alabama. Now, is that partly due to quarterback play or his own doing? Either way, he'll have an opportunity to prove his worth here in Buffalo. Foster's Crimson Tide teammate Levi Wallace has the above-average athleticism and technique to hold his own on the field side, and it was also a surprise undrafted player. In my opinion, I thought he would have got picked up in the mid-part of the draft. And Mike Love out of South Florida was a late riser in this process. He's played across the front in college with his hand up and also with his hand in the dirt. So he's coming to the table with a lot of moldable skills and which makes him an intriguing option on this roster. I gave the Bills a B- for their draft. Now, defensively, I thought they were excellent, and I thought their undrafted free agent wideouts were pretty good as well. Everything for this team will hinge on how good Josh Allen is or how good he can be. And that pressure, honestly, is Buffalo Bills front office driven because they made it that way with how they approached this position over the last 2 seasons.